Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. We're going to be talking about the Warriors Wear Pink palette from Gourmande Girls. I picked up this palette because it has a great backstory. This is a collaboration with Siria Soto, and they collaborated on this palette with Siria. She is currently battling breast cancer, and that is the inspiration behind this Warriors Wear Pink eyeshadow palette. Warriors Wear Pink is a new palette and collaboration with Siria Soto. It came together as a tribute to honor Siria and her journey as a breast cancer warrior. The palette includes 12 mattes, 3 duochromes, and 1 multichrome, as well as meaningful embossings on every single shade. With neutrals, pinks, reds, purples, and a pop of turquoise, this palette embodies a rich color story to honor the warrior in each of us. It retails for $54.99 on the Gourmande Girls website, and a proceed of the sales does go back to Syria to help her fight breast cancer. It's cruelty-free, it's vegan, it has a 12-month shelf life, and the color story inside is pinks, purples, a pop of turquoise, some reds, and even like some browns and like grungier tones in here. Today we're going to be looking at this palette, seeing how it performs, taking a look at the swatches and also how it applies on the eye, and then I will give you my final thoughts and opinions at the end of the video. Let's create a look with the Warriors Wear Pink eyeshadow palette from Gourmande Girls. This is just so pretty, just taking a look at it. Like, obviously this is like past me versus like future me who introduced the video, but this is just so stunning. I love the pop of turquoise right over here. I love the deep red, the black, like it's just got such a great feel to it and a great like vibe. So let's create something. Let's create a nice shadow look with this. I'm gonna use my Sigma E40. Like there's just so many pretty shades in here. But you could go like red, you could go kind of neutral brown, you could go pink, you could go a little bit of purple. And if you guys can't hear, Braxton is over there chilling. So if you hear him sneeze, he's over there chilling. Maybe he'll say hi at the end of the video. All right, so let's just take a look at this palette. Just so pretty. I mean, like you have these like a pastel pink shade, a purple. You have this shade, which I think this is the one that we're going to use today. It's called Fighter. And I did prime my lids already, and I use just like a cream eyeshadow base, just to get a little bit like, so it's not tacky, but it's like, it's prime, it's ready to go. With the E40, we're just placing Fighter in the crease. We're going to take a Singe Beauty EO2. I love using this for like my outer corner and like getting into the crease. I'm going to take this purple shade. It is called Peace. This one right down here. I feel like this is just like an electric-y purple shade. Super pretty. Now, purples are really hard to formulate, so if this goes on really well, is pigmented, and it blends out, we got an A+ from me with this shade. So we're just tapping it on first, and then I will blend it out. So yeah, that blended out like really, really well, even with me just like packing it on first. Look how pretty that is. They did a really good job with that shade. Look how pretty that purple shade is. That is so pretty. It's called Peace. It's gorgeous. Now we're going to put on this shade right here. It's called Dreams, and it's like a pinkish purple reflect. And we're going to pat this on the inner corner. Ooh, look how pretty that is. It actually goes on almost like purpley. Ooh, and I actually didn't wet down my brush, so this is not falling out at all, and it's super pretty. Like, I'm not getting any fallout that I can see. Well, that'd be very pretty. So we're gonna take, oh, I wanted to use this one. It's called Brave. It's that pastel purple. I'm gonna use it on the lower lash line with the Singe EO4 brush. I'm gonna use the Singe EO4. This is like my favorite lash line brush. And oh, it's such a great brush. So this is the shade. It's purple. It is pastel. Oh, that's pretty. It's like really pretty. And it's actually a little bit more pigmented than a pastel that I've seen in the shade before. Like it's actually showing up in my lower lash line, which some purples don't do that, but this is like super pigmented. I'm going to take the EO4. I'm not cleaning it off, but I am going to blend the shades together. So I'm going to take my clean EO2. I just used my Sigma switch and sprayed it with Cinema Secrets and swirled it around and made it, you know, clean for tinting purposes. But we're going to clean up this area and really blend these shades together. And then I'm going to use my EO3 from Singe and use Hope, which is like that skin tone shade. We're just going to use this and diffuse it on the brow bone. All right, so let's just put on some mascara and then I'll give you my initial like first impression of this palette. Here is my completed eyeshadow look with the Warriors Wear Pink palette. We got it backwards there. We got it backwards there. Great job, Stacy. Great job. So the Warriors Wear Pink palette, I did just pop a little bit of black eyeshadow on a Sigma E06 brush, which is like their liner brush. Use that to create like a black liner. Pigmented black shade. That is gorgeous. I actually haven't seen a pigmented black shade like that in forever. Very opaque, very, very like glides on like butter. And when you use it as a liner, like it's really, really pigmented. Like it is really nice. The only thing, now I'm looking at this, I want something on my inner corner because we used all these gorgeous shades in this palette, and now I want something on the inner corner. So I'm going to take Tears, which is a white shimmery shade. I'm just going to pop this right here, and that just like amped it up a little bit more. So that's it. That's all I'm doing. That's the remainder of this look. It's like an iridescent white. It's so pretty. We used a lot of shades in this palette today, and I am really happy that I purchased this palette. It is my first palette from Gourmande Girls. Never tried it before. Never tried the brand ever. I had been eyeballing it for like ever. And finally I was like, oh, let's try the Warriors Wear Pink palette. So definitely worth the purchase. Great color story, amazing pigmentation. Those purples are gorgeous. And I really like the mixture of some like duochromes and iridescent shades in there, as well as that pop of like teal right here. Like, can you imagine just doing an aqua eyeshadow look with like purples and pinks, like just ethereal? Maybe we'll try that one. That's a little bit outside my comfort zone, but let's try it. So let's just take a look at this eyeshadow palette. We are zoomed in a little bit so you guys can see what's going on here. And we have a beautiful 15 shade palette. The packaging is really beautiful. It's designed by Doodles the Bunny, and you can follow her over on Instagram. I love the palettes, the make-believe palettes and the real palettes that she designs and comes up with. Like she's such a talent for designing packaging for palettes, and she did design this one, and just it's cardboard, it is magnetic closure, and it has a full size mirror in here. 15 shades, such a great, like this is just so beautiful. So let's look at swatches of the palette. Let's do some live swatches for you because I'm into it right now. We're going to take a look at Hope. We have Hope, which is the first shade. Then we have Dreams, which is like a duochromy pink purple shade. And then we also have Susie, which is on my ring finger here. This is a pastel pink. So you probably won't be able to see Hope only because I am pasty pale and you can't see anything on my skin. But those are the first three shades. Susie is that purple, like Susie, which is that pastel pink shade. It barely shows up on my skin only because I am super pasty pale, but I really like that duochrome in there, and that shade is called Dreams. So those are the first three shades in the palette. Let's take a look at Cielo, Cielo. We have the turquoisey shade, which is called Cielo, I believe, Cielo. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, just, you know, go with it. And then we have this shade right here called Life. So this is the top row. We'll put the, ooh, look at that turquoisey shade. And then we'll do the red. The red is almost like, it's red. It's just, it's got a little bit of a pink undertone in it. And the turquoisey shade, that is super pretty. So let's just, really pretty. I bet that red will blend out like beautifully. And turquoise and red are actually complementary on the color scale. So like those two together, really pretty. Then we have Faith, this is almost like a yellow toned neutral. The other one, Hope, is, yeah, this is very like yellow toned, whereas Hope almost has like a pink undertone to it. We have Brave, which is a pastel purple. Then we have Siria, which is the creator of the palette with the breast cancer ribbon, and that is that hot pink shade. That's beautiful. It's right in the middle of the palette, and it's called Siria, which I love. So we have Face, very, very yellow toned. Then we have the Brave shade, and then Siria, which is very hot pink. Hot, 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 hot pink. So those are the 3 in the row. And then we have Fighter, which is, this is like a pink with a little bit of like an orangey undertone in it, and Tears. And this is a like iridescent white to purple. So we have this beautiful pink shade here, and then we have Tears. This is why I don't do live swatches, because I'm very bad at it. But that purple, like iridescent white shade, look at that. That is so pretty. So these are the shades in the second row. Like, look how pretty Tears is. Like, that's gorgeous. I really like the Fighter shade as well. It's actually swatching a little bit more bricky on my hand, but that's still really beautiful. And then let's take a look at the last row. The first shade is called Amor. This is definitely like a brick red, like super brick red. Look at that. That's a brick red. That's beautiful. Very opaque. Very, very brick red. I like that. Then we have Warrior, which is this brown shade. We have Peace, which is a purple shade. That's beautiful. Like, look at the way that these are swatching. Just absolutely insanely pigmented. So beautiful. Especially the purple shade. Purples are really hard to formulate. And even in swatch, that's really pretty. It's not scratchy. It's not patchy when I'm swatching it, which is really good. And then we have Amelia. This looks like a duochrome from a red to a pink to almost an orange. Like, this is like Grunge City. This is so pretty. Oh, and it's swatched really nice too. Look how pretty that is. That is gorgeous. The last shade we have is Darkness, which is a matte black. And this, wow. I'm actually going to have to swatch it. Like, wow. Look at that swatch. One swipe, guys. One freaking swipe. Usually I have to like build it up on my hand. No, this is like pigmented. This is like your grungy row. Like if you wanted to do something like 90s grunge, this is just so beautiful. Love this palette. Like, it swatches absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for watching this video all about the Warriors Wear Pink palettes. Go check out the link in the description box down below so you guys can check out the Warriors Wear Pink palette over on Gourmande Girls website. Don't forget that a proceed of the sales goes back to Syria. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing so you can see more indie makeup, and I hope I get to see you again. Bye!
Bye.
How big he is!
On the iPad.
Oh, he's so big.
Thanks for watching.
Say see you next time.
See you next time. And say hello.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You're so cute.